everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris, and I've just done my face shave. I'm now going to do my head shave, and I'm going to be using OSP Spice Road, the exact same as I just used on my face shave, because it's beautiful stuff, really. That's it. I love the scent. It just deserves to be in anyone's den as far as I'm concerned. I actually feel a bit at the moment, I feel like a bit of a OSP salesman, because I've got 6 of these soaps now. I've just got 5 delivered. I've done 5 lather reviews on it over the last few days. This, out of the 6, I love the grapefruit menthol. That's probably sort of my favourite of the new ones that came in. But this scent, the Spice Road, is probably my favourite scented OSP out of the 6 soaps. I just love this. It's a real rich, dark, clovey, sort of woody scent. It's beautiful. It's almost, to my nose is crap. It's not a great nose for scents. But it's got a sort of a bay rummish to it. But when I smell this bay rum, it smells nothing like it. But to me, it just has that sort of scent because I've smelled a few bay rums now. But it's just gorgeous, beautiful scent. Right, the brush I'll be using will be the Bob Quinn Custom Berlin Resin, which I just used in my face shave. And for those of you that haven't watched the face shave, you're not interested in my face shave videos, you only watch the head shaves. This brush was sold to me as a high mountain white knot. I have since emailed Bob last night, got an email back this morning regarding having it re-knotted, because it's obviously losing a lot of hair. It's losing heaps of hair. Every time I use it, I'm losing probably between 10 and 15 strands, which is a shame. But I was told, he actually sent me a brush. I got a photograph of this brush when he first made it. Probably the very first photograph of it back in 2013 when it was made for a gentleman in Singapore who asked specifically for this wood and this resin. However, I have since found out now that it's actually a 24mm silver tip brush that's in here. So I was a bit sort of disappointed, not really, because silver tip's a beautiful brush, but in my mind this was high mountain white, what I purchased high mountain white off the seller on Shadenook. However, Bob has graciously offered to re-knot this brush for me if I cover the postage there and back, and that to me is just phenomenal customer service. I just cannot get over the service from him, really. Bob Quinn at Elite Razor. I know you don't watch my channel. You're not. Well, I don't believe you watch my channel, but if someone knows him that's watching my channel and can get a message to him, if you could just pass on my gratitude to him, because I'm just absolutely overwhelmed by a 3-year-old brush. What is it now? 2017, 4-year-old brush that's shedding hair. I mean, I can only imagine a lot of brushes will eventually start shedding hair, but then again, this might just have been an inferior knot when he was testing all these different knots out. He was going through about 4 or 5 companies at the time. He's since found a company now that he only deals with, one company, and he only does high mountain white 3-band and Manchurian 2-band. That's the only 2 knots he does in his brushes now, I believe. And it's, yeah, I'm just amazed, absolutely amazed. So I'm going to send this brush back to Bob tomorrow. This is the last use it'll ever get tonight, or today, for my head shave. And then it'll be on the big journey across the water to get a new knot put in and then sent back out, where it'll probably once again become the star attraction of the channel, because I just love this brush. I love the colours, and I love wood, and I love that blue-green resin. Yeah, so it's definitely going to be my jewel in the crown, this and the Frio Man United brush when it gets here. Anyway, I've waffled on enough now, guys. That's 4 minutes of crap. So I'm going to use my I'm going to go and grab my R41, or I'm going to use the R41. Sorry, I'm a bit indecisive. Just give me a minute. I'll just turn this off and I'll come straight back with my choice. Right, what I'm going to go with something a bit different here. I haven't even used this razor before. I just picked it up last week. It's got a Voskhod blade in it. A second use of the Voskhod. It did a face shave. I'm just going to give it a go in my head and just see how it goes. I forgot what it's called. It's a Fatip Grande. Jesus. I'm that overcome with emotion from the the gratitude and the thanks to Bob Quinn. My mind's just totally gone there. I picked this razor out of the cupboard and I knew exactly what razor it was. When I came to the camera, I had no idea. The Fat Tip Grande open comb. I think they call it the original headers, I can't remember. So it's a little open comb razor. It's got a nice balance to it. It's almost got it's got a lovely balance. It's almost just head heavy, top heavy, but it's not. You can feel the weight sort of down through the hollow handle. So it's lovely 3-piece razor. I've got a Voskhod in there. Now I'm not going to open it up and show you because it took me a while to align this. It's a bit of a nightmare to keep aligned, as I was told by Stephen the Suffolk shaver, because he sold his on to Dale Taylor without telling Dale how much of a nightmare it is. But I'm not too worried. For the sake of wasting 30 seconds of your life to get a blade aligned right, I'm quite happy with that, as long as it shaves well. I've heard it's a reasonably aggressive razor, so let's find out. I'm just going to fill the bowl up with water. Sorry guys, I'm getting messages from my daughter on my phone, so I can't actually see the front of my screen, what's actually on there. I'm just going to raise this up a little touch because I'm doing my head now. Oh. I tell you what, that was an incredible shave I had. Best shave I've had. Gillette Platinum blade. I'm definitely going to be looking at getting some of them. They're just absolutely beautiful blades. Same with the Gillette Nasset. I'm not looking forward to using the rest now, because if they're all as good as each other, I'll end up with 100 blades of each. I'll have enough blades to last me a lifetime, and the kids' lifetimes, and probably their kids' lifetimes as well. Right, my brush is already loaded, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to dip the tips and then reload again just to get a bit more soap on there. And then a bowl lather. No, I'm just going to head lather today. I don't really do that. I've never done that before. So let's mix it up a bit. Let's get this OSP soap working. As you can see, it's oozing out already. This soap's just brilliant stuff. It really is. I don't want to sound like an ambassador for OSP soaps, because I'm not. I just use things because I like them. If it's good stuff, it's good stuff. I buy all the stuff I have bought. Anything I've been given for free soap-wise, that I've had for free, including Woolpack Silk Road and West Coast Shavings Bay Rum, which is the only two I've had for free to review, have been passed on. So a little bit like the shaving evangelist, and probably most other guys out there, unless I come across someone sends me something that I just love and it works beautifully, I won't want to pass it on. I want to keep it. But what I might actually do is pass it on and buy it myself, just to keep that continuity of sort of honesty, I suppose. I don't want to make it look as if you're favouring something just because you got it for free. I'm not interested in that. If something's crap, people need to know it's crap. And luckily enough, everything I've tried so far hasn't really been crap, other than the odd little shaving cream and stuff that I've used that have been pretty cheap. So I'm all loaded up. I'm just going to wet my head. And let's see how we go. Now I will take my little while here, because my shoulder, if you don't know, I've torn a muscle in this shoulder, just up the top here. I would do it left-handed, but I'm useless. So I'm just going to have to take my time. Just going to dip the tips. And I'm just going to dip them again. Now this lather from OSP can take an absolute bucket load of water, and I mean loads, before it actually started. In fact, you know something, I put so much water in it before and I couldn't actually break the lather. I couldn't get it to dissipate, couldn't get it to get airy. It was really impressive. Dip them again, and as you can see, it's just starting to thicken up now. Now James at OSP brought up quite a good point, which I sort of understood and knew about before. With face lathering, it preps the skin, preps the beard for a shave. So that's why I'm sort of thinking I'll give this a little bit of a go. Just see if it helps prep my head a little bit better. Not that I'd really need it because I get great head shaves anyway. Well, I don't think you'll get much better than that, guys. I really don't. I think this soap is up there with the best of them. It easily is. It's up there with your Wickham, Razor Rock, even your Tobbs and all that, which are really great mass-produced stuff. It goes over and above that. So I'm really looking forward to getting other artisan soaps from around the world, especially America, and really comparing these soaps all together, because it's great when you find something that works and smells. And the smell in my bathroom right now would knock you out. It's absolutely beautiful. It's such a rich, earthy, deep, clovey, woody earth. It's just lovely. I can't describe it enough. And my bathroom's filled up with this scent at the moment, but it's not overpowering, if you know what I mean. It's not a scent that's, you're not going, whoa, it's just too much. It's not. Scent strength's probably maybe like an 8, bordering a 9. It is quite a strong scent, but it's beautiful. Right, here we go. First shave with the Fat Tip Grande on my head. So I'm going to have to find the angle. This is going to be a bit interesting doing this again, so let's see how we go. As you can see, that's knocked it down pretty good. You can see the hair in there. Now, one thing Paul H always talks about is the overhang. There's a very slight overhang on this. I don't worry about it when I'm doing my face, but when I'm doing my head, you do run a bigger risk of clipping your ears. So it's just to make you aware. And I think that's why, I think there'll be a lot of people out there that would probably use the Mirka Future, because your blade exposure is nil. There's no blade exposure on the sides, only on your actual blade. And because it's quite an aggressive razor, it works well for a head shave, in my opinion. Not that I've used one. Now, one thing I think I'm going to find with this now, I'm probably going to have to change the blade over to a feather blade shortly, because as much as this is very smooth, not very efficient. I also seen a thread online. I feel like my whole life's shaving at the moment, where someone had actually was speaking about how can something be sharp and smooth? If it's sharp, it's smooth. Well, the way I see it from, I'm not a chef by any means, but I do enjoy cooking, and I own several different brands of knives. Now, I know that all my knives are razor sharp, but there's certain knives that I can only use for certain things because they cut totally differently. So what my thought is, and I don't know if this is right or wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can have a sharp, extremely aggressive, efficient blade edge, and you can also have a sharp, extremely smooth edge. Now, the sort of way I would sort of describe it is you can get a sharp, extremely aggressive edge, which in cooking terms or chef terms or whatever, that sort of thing, using an actual kitchen knife, is a knife to me that would cut through a tomato just straight through, no issues at all. You're not going to have any rough edge, you'll just slice straight through it like a knife through butter. That to me is a sharp, aggressive edge. The sharp, buttery edge is the sort of, when it's still as sharp, it's just got a different edge on it, but you've got to just give it a little bit of a help through. You just give it that little bit more just to get it to slice through, and you get the same effect, but you've got to do it just slightly differently. That to me, it's more the blade edge right on the tip, where the sharpness is, where the cutting edge is. And I think a lot of these razors, as much as they're wafer thin, you can't actually see them. will have that, they'll have different edges on them, and that's what, in my eyes, will give them that different feeling on your skin, different feeling removing the hair. So I fully understand what he was saying, because surely a really sharp blade will be a really smooth blade, but I don't see it like that, because you can have a really sharp blade with a completely different edge to another really sharp blade, and they will cut totally differently. They will have a different sort of feeling. Another way of looking at it with knives is you'll have a knife blade. You can have a knife blade where the one edge is just one side's completely flat, and then you've got the bevel. So that's flat, and then you've got your bevel. Now that's generally for paring knives and things, not paring knives, for like cutting vegetables and things, and it flips them over to the side, because as it's coming down, it can't go left or right, it'll actually flip it off the blade. And then you've got your blades which are like that. They're going to cut totally different. They're going to have a different efficient angle, a different way of cutting, a different amount of pressure required to use it. And that's what, to me, defines the aggression of a blade, which is something that, through years of having different knives and spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on knives and things like that, it's things I've just learned as I went along. So in my eyes, a razor blade's the same. All these blades, as much as they're all the same thickness and the same width, and a lot of them are the same metal, some of them are made, most of them, a lot of them are made by the same company, will have different beveled edges, different blade edge lengths, different edge thicknesses, different edge styles. They'll all be different. Not all of them, but there'll be a difference to most of them. They'll all have their own little variations in order to give you a different shave, and that's my take on it. So if you think I'm wrong, then I'm sure you guys will let me know, but that's just my theory on it. That's the way I see a blade, that's the way I look at the way a blade works and how it's supposed to be. So just because it's sharp doesn't mean it's going to be aggressive, or it doesn't mean it's going to be smooth. You could have a really sharp blade. That Gillette Go that I just used at the beginning of my face shave video might have an extremely sharp blade, but the actual blade bevel, the way it's edged, just doesn't work for me at all. You know, so that could be it. It could work for someone else's, someone with softer hair or less hair, or someone with thicker beard growth and thicker hair. It might work better for them, or different skin types. So it's not that blade is crap. It's crap to me. It's a rubbish blade to me, but it doesn't mean it is a rubbish blade. It could be great for someone else, and that's why I love wet shaving, because everything works differently for everyone. I think that's a great thing. It's a very unique hobby for everyone, and you can only give your opinions on what you think on it, and then someone else gets it and it's crap for them. And I think in some ways that's a great thing. Right, first sort of pass done there. Oh, waffling on today. I tell you what, it's going to be a 30-minute shave, this one. Right, time to do the back now. Right, there we go, the Fat Tip Grande. Boss Cod blade, second use, for the back of my head. I think one thing I'm going to be looking at soon is the addition of another mirror, a handheld mirror, so that I can do the back of my head sort of looking at it, and I'll actually turn around, you guys can see it as well. I don't know why, even though I don't look at the back of my head, I find it difficult to shave the back of my head looking at the door and showing you guys it. So I'm just going to stick to what's comfortable at the moment. That will hopefully change soon. Now this razor, in terms of aggressiveness, or efficiency as I like to use, I think I'll probably just start using efficiency more often. I think the world's an aggressive enough place without having to use it, and it's something I really enjoy doing. So I think I'll stick to efficient. The efficiency of this razor is nowhere near that of an R41. Nowhere near it. My Merkur 34C knockoff from the shaver shop is a far more aggressive razor. And I don't think the 34C is actually geared up as an aggressive razor. It feels like I've got no... Feels like I didn't have any soap on the back of my head there. Oh, colour's gone against the grain there. Don't want to do that yet. Right, that's pretty much your first pass done with the grain. Just to try and save on a bit of time, I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. I just had a bit of a quick clean down there, guys, because I was making a hell of a mess. Right, I'm just going to wet my head. It's already pretty wet. The slickness on this stuff's incredible. I could almost shave without putting more soap on, but I'm going to put it on anyway because that's the sensible thing to do, isn't it? Now this is the same amount of soap that was in before. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to dip the tips and just see whether it dissipates or not, whether it actually ruins the lather. I think it'll probably just explode again, it's just that good. Yeah, it's definitely exploding again. Look at that. I do find it harder to get the lather to sort of stay thick on the second and third pass because your skin's a bit smoother, there's no hair for it to sort of roughen up with. Right, fat tip Grande, Boss Cod blade, second use, against the grain. I think I may have to swap blades here now, guys. I don't think this is going to cope very well, but we'll see. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not great. So I'm just going to stick with it today. Just to see how it goes. I mean, it's definitely a reasonably sort of efficient razor. I can't really shoot it down for it. I'm just going to change over to my left hand, see if I can do this bit left-handed. I never go left-handed, but I'm struggling with my shoulder and I don't want to pull it and make things worse. I'm doing something I haven't done before. Hopefully I don't nick myself too much. Yeah, it's just not cutting it on the back. I'll be back in a second. Alright, back again. Sorry about this, I'm all over the place today. I'm enjoying this though. I just went back to my R41. There's a feather blade already in there from my last head shave. I was going to use it for a second head shave. I'll just use it to finish this one off, I think. I'm just going to lather up again at the back. Next I'll just lather it all up again. Back to good old trusty. It's a little bit juddery today. I know I should really stop. I'm a bit mental, you know. Oh, full of crap. Same sort of thing, innit? Mental, full of crap. Most guys that are mental are full of crap. Right. There's not much left on there. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to rub all this soap into my head. Just dip my fingers. Rub a little bit of moisture on there. And I'm going to empty the brush. Put a Bob Quinn brush, which is going to be getting united with a beautiful, beautiful knot very soon. Use the rest of the lather. I'm just going to just feel around and knock off anything else that's annoying me. Listen to that audio feedback, that's just incredible. I'm not being rude, I'm not talking for any particular reason other than I'm enjoying this. and I'm concentrating. Excuse me, because you guys will know just as well as I do. If you're not concentrating with this razor, it'll bite. Now this is taking a little bit longer than normal. I think because I used the fat tip, so there's a little bit more hair on there because it just hasn't dealt with it very well. Doubled with the fact that I like my head shave, BBS completely, nothing left anyway. Voila. I'll catch you in the post shave. And we're back. I'm all cleaned up, ready for post shave for my head and face. And while I was off camera, I thought, oh, it's a little bit there. I'll just get it. And in those famous words of Kung Fu Panda, skadoosh, little tiny, tiny nick. Like, microscopic little, I couldn't believe it. Whole head shave and face shave, nothing. Off camera, nick. Oh well, sometimes you just can't win, can you? Just give me a second, guys. I should have done this when I was off camera. I just want to rinse this soap out. Get all the suds off the top. I'm a little bit OCD with stuff like this. It's got to look like it did when I opened the tub up. That's better. I'm just going to leave that to the side to dry. Well, I've got you guys. Just something, if you haven't watched any of my lather reviews, something I love about this OSP soap as well. All of his labels, they're all waterproof, which is brilliant. The Wolfpack ones, as I watched Stephen the Suffolk Shaver, aren't waterproof. I was quite surprised. I didn't notice that myself, but they're not waterproof labels, on the bottom at least. So these are all waterproof, you can get them wet, not worry. This is turning out to be a shambles of a shaving day, I tell you what. I've loved every minute of this shave and having a good chat to myself in the mirror, or you guys on the other side of the camera, that is. I just ran out of space on my phone again, so I just had to delete all the lather reviews and stuff I've done over the past few days just to free up space so I can make an arse of myself again. Right, what we're going to finish off with, I'm going to finish off with a good splash all over, head and face, Thayer's Lemon Witch Hazel. I've already done this on my face, I just like doing it again. Oh, it's beautiful stuff. It smells so nice. My wife has now got given my wife one of the unscented witch hazels. That I had 2 of them because I thought I ordered 2 different things online, but I never. I ordered 2 different looking bottles. They had both of the same stuff in different bottles, and I thought I ordered different stuff and I hadn't. So my wife has now got unscented witch hazel because she's got very sensitive skin, and she's been very impressed with it. Right, just like that. I think they call that what's it called? It's like the pop idol, the crying thing, you know. I just do it to feel like a man. King of Shaves, Super Shield, Super Hydration, Ultimate Moisturiser. Just used it before my face. It's quite nice stuff. Put quite a bit on because it's going to do my head and face. It's got no scent, just smells like a nice moisturiser. I know I shouldn't do this. That's it. Just one little bit there. It would have annoyed me if I didn't get it. Now, I don't know whether I do this wrong or not, but I put my aftershave on last. I know it's aftershave, so it should be after you shave, but I don't know why I put it on last. That's the way I do it. So I'm going to finish off today. It's pretty much drying it with Imperial Leather Classic, which is classic, but I don't think it's the original formula from years and years ago. But does it smell good or what? It's a lovely, lovely accompaniment. It's very similar to the Spice Road, that in terms of scent, really dark, rich, gorgeous scent. Nice little sting there, lovely. Got to have some sort of sting, otherwise what's the point? Right, that's me done, guys. Another weekend shave, done and dusted, face and head. I'm really looking forward to my next one now. And I'll just go through what I've used, why not? I've wasted everyone else's day so far with this 40-minute video or however long it is. OSP Spice Road, beautiful soap. However, before I started the shave, if you didn't watch my face shave, I did put on some Edwin Jagger pre-shave, which is like a menthol sort of base, eucalyptus menthol, which is really nice for sensitive skin, which is good. Razor, I started off with the Fatip Grande with a second use Volscoid blade in there. Did an alright job. It's probably a nice face shaving razor. It's no good for my head. It's reasonably aggressive, reasonably efficient. It's probably around about the sort of medium. It's probably similar to a setting 3 on the Mergress. But nice, a comfortable shave. Takes a little while to get the blade aligned, but yeah, great. Quite happy with that. I'm looking forward to using it on a face shave, sorry. I then finished off with the good old big Mueller Grande, which is a beautiful razor. I think it's a Mueller Grande, pretty sure it is. With a second use feather blade in there. I used that blade for a full head shave last week, so it's the second time I've used that one, so that'll be getting turfed now because it's definitely on its last legs. They don't last very long when I do head shaves. I like a good clean, fresh, sharp blade. The brush I used was my Bob Quinn Berlin Resin, which I absolutely love, and which will be getting sent back to America tomorrow morning to be reknotted by Bob Quinn himself. Very gracious of him, and I'm really looking forward to getting this back with a lovely high mountain white knot in there. Thanks again, Bob. Thank you. I can't wait to get it back. Hopefully I get it back. Thea's Lemon Witch Hazel. Lovely stuff. Works a treat, smells great, does exactly what it says in the tin, and it's the closest thing to an organic post-shave you'll get, I would think. Then topped up with the chemical loaded King of Shaves, with the Bible amount of numbers on the back there, numbers, words. Oh, it's nice stuff actually. It's got a lovely moisturiser in it, dries in nice and quick. All those lovely chemicals soak into your skin lovely and fast. And then I finished off with Imperial Leather Classic. So it's been a reasonably long shave day today. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the chat. I hope you guys have enjoyed the chat as well. I'm not really a funny guy. I've got a shocking sense of humour. I'm really dry. But if you had a bit of a laugh on the way, then that's a bonus in it, if you can make someone smile. So anyway, I'll leave you guys to it. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Loads of content coming up, good content coming up, good stuff coming up. Can't wait. And obviously I just want to put a big thank you out to everyone out there that comes and watches the videos, whether you subscribe or not. If you've watched the video, then thank you. And if you're watching this one and you don't subscribe, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time. Cheers.